Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks out the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash short. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win and just laugh more. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Dante, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop, and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town Run Down. Let's get started right now.
Hey. This is the H-Town Rundown, Houston Rockets basketball podcast. Thank everybody for joining us on a preview game before the last game of the season, and it's been quite the season. I got my boy AK here with me. We're going to talk all things Houston Rockets. AK, man, how you been?
I've been all right, man. I've been seeing what I've been looking forward to seeing from the Rockets as of late, so that puts a smile on my face. The less I got to complain about, the better I am, on these podcasts, bro. So let's get it.
Yeah, we don't need another 2-hour rant this time. Am I right?
No, bro. That was terrible.
There's a lot of things that happened in the season. So before we actually specifically talk on the playoffs, I kind of want to go over the generalized season, and then we can start jumping into the playoff talk. And this won't take too long here, but season's essentially over. We 51-30 right now. We could end up 51-31 or 52-30, which would be the same record we had last year. There were a lot of reasons as to why we got this record, some of which, you can attribute to the obvious. But unfortunately, there's some other reasons as to why we got the record we do, for better or for worse. But here we are at the season, and our fate hangs in the balance of the San Antonio Spurs, who are resting Wemby, by the way, against the Denver Nuggets. Now, in my opinion, I feel like we should be able to play the Lakers, right? Because they out Luka and Reeves, so we can make it to the second round. But then it proves and helps certain types of narratives and arguments, I suppose. So honestly, maybe we should just face Nuggets. I don't know yet, but we'll get to that here in a minute. AK, it's been a long season, bro. It's been a long season.
We're gonna touch that.
How do you feel, man? How do you feel about the season? Go ahead and speak your mind.
The season, as much as we finishing strong, I'm not gonna say I'm happy about the season. I don't care nothing about Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams injuries, bro. I don't care. I haven't cared. I've told y'all that from day one. I do not care, bro. I just don't. But some of that is my fault. Like, I gotta manage expectations. But I tell everybody else to do it, I gotta do it too. It applies to me too. So, I do think when you zoom out and think about the full context of everything, big picture, it's okay. I just feel like we did leave a lot of meat on the bone. Pause. And I thought we could have been, a lot better in certain spots. Probably should have been better in a lot of certain spots. I wanted to be wrong. There's a lot of things I wanted to be wrong about, and I can't really. I didn't really see that we gave ourselves a good chance to see if we was really wrong about some of the stuff we thought in the first place. Because again, you know my thing. Without a solid process, we just playing random basketball. You don't really know what you have. So,
yep.
I'll say this: the way we finished the season is how. I ain't gonna say that's how we should have started the season, but that's a lot of what I was expecting to see during the season.
Specifically,
I kid you not, 10 more games if we were playing like that.
What were you seeing? Now
no, the ball movement and stuff.
Right.
The ball movement, because we can't sit there and say, "Oh, we don't have ball handlers," and you want to run an ISO heavy offense. That was never going to work. It was never going to work. It just wasn't. And you see that now with all of the new ball movement and man movement. I've been saying it. Ain't like I ain't been saying it, bro. So ain't no need in repeating myself this many times. But we here now. Hopefully it carries over to the playoffs. That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking too much, man.
I agree. I mean, playing Reed as effective, I don't say effective, as much as he's been the last 25 games minus a couple nights ago, has been solid. But for some damn reason, we still playing people like DFS, and I understand. I understand Smith got some things going on now. He come back from injury, but we got players who need the experience, right? And if it's going to be a hey, we're going to lose anyway type game, you should probably give it to the players that are young so they can make the mistakes now instead of pulling them when they take a 3-point, because you don't want them taking a 3-point and then sitting them for 15 minutes and letting someone like named Jayshawn Tate come in to play for them during that time. Not really a fan of that, But overall, I mean, I'm happy with the season. We got 50, right? We got our 50 wins. Cool. That's in my opinion. 50 wins was the bare minimum expectation, right? I thought we were gonna be a 3-4 seed, right? And I mean, we sitting at number 5. We could still end up number 4. So I'm not happy about how it's gonna play out, but I guess it's possible.
Hold on, we can still end up number 4
if we win tonight and the Lakers lose. Yes. So we yeah.
The gymnastics you got to do to figure out some of these standing stuff, bro. I don't even bother myself with all that, because at the end of the day, it don't even matter, man. You still gotta put your shoes on one shoe at a time, 1 foot at a time, and go out there and put your best foot forward.
100%, 100%.
At the end of the day, I don't be caring about no seeding, bro. The reason why I don't care about no seeding this time around is because, hey man, when you got a big 7-foot monster named Kevin Durant, number 7 for the Houston Rockets, I'm not really seeding isn't a thing for me, bro. I just won't care, bro. Yeah. You got to deal with that dude.
Oh, hey, you know what?
I know we got to deal with dudes too, but what's up?
Yeah, I lied actually.
Lakers got the tiebreaker.
Lakers got tiebreaker. Yeah. So shout out Akai. I don't say AK.
Appreciate it, AK. We're gonna call you AK. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right, bro. Please don't be upset at me.
But yeah,
bro. You my dog. I mess with you, dog.
So we're gonna end at the 5th spot regardless, right? And yeah, okay. So
Blazy, you right.
I get it, bro.
You right.
But then if we play the Nuggets. I said this earlier, bro. We gotta play the Nuggets. The whole deal is all right. Don't let Jokic get a 50-point triple-double. That's the whole and then we got to worry about Jamal Murray. Bang.
Can we cook on that right quick?
By all means, bro. Let's go ahead and
Let me tell you something, bro. I don't care nothing about no Jokic. No, I don't care nothing about no Jamal Murray, bro. I don't go into no game scared of nobody, bro. I ain't with all of that fear, all of that. Rockets fans will sit there and talk all this hot ass shit online every game. And then when it comes to the playoffs, you trying to run from somebody? That don't make any sense. That don't add up. So it's either you're going to let your nuts hang or you're going to tuck them back in your drawers. Pick a side, bro. You can't sit there talking all of that trash. And then when it's time to nut up, you spitting it out too early. Like how that work, bro? Imagine you sit there, you got a new chick on your roster, you talking all this hot stuff on the phone, and then when it's time to do the booty dance, oh nah, you 2 minutes in and you done. What is all that, bro? What's up with you cats out there, man? What's up with you Rockets fans? I thought we was better than this. That's 1. 2, on the matchup. I'm not scared of no Jokic. I ain't scared of no Jamal Murray, bro. I'm not. Not that they are not to be feared, but you can't go into no game scared of nobody because you already lost if you go in scared. We got to deal with Jokic and Murray just like they got to deal with us. They got to deal with KD. They got to deal with Şengün. They got to deal with Amen Thompson. Hell, they got to deal with Reed Shepherd too. As much as we haven't really performed to our best this season for the most part, we show finishing strong. And I know the Nuggets are finishing strong too, but we got another level that I think that we can reach if Udoka is starting to come out of his coaching shell a little bit. We got another level that we can reach that they ain't prepared for, and they gonna have to deal with and figure out on the fly. They don't play no damn defense. They all offense. They all gas, no brakes.
True. That's true. An argument I was seeing, AK,
So
is
I ain't scared nothing about none of that.
true. That's fair. An argument I was seeing online was that the matchups, right, and how they're going to have to match up with us versus us having to match up with them. And I'm not sure if that's accurate. I feel like we're the better defensive team, right? We've got supposedly, and we've got a lot of different ways and wings that we can just throw out these guys. Now, what is our record against the Nuggets this year? Because I don't know, but I do know that Reed has feasted in 2 of those games. Right?
I don't think we beat them. Let me find out.
Reed has feasted in 2 of those games. Şengün feasted in 1 game, and that was kind of it, right? Jokic has also beat KD in the playoffs with the Suns, so there's that. Not that it means much, but just Jokic has played KD in the playoffs, so that's something we got to worry about too. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting
series. That's fair, but at the same time, as much as some of these guys, had their little individual games against the Nuggets, here's the thing. That all happened when we were really trying to find ourselves offensively, bro. I think we found ourselves offensively now. So, we 1-3. We 1-3 against the Nuggets this season. I don't care because the playoffs, you 0-0. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So, yeah. Here's a lot of people, worried about. Oh my God, Jokic. Say, man, we got to make him pick a struggle. Either he gonna score a lot or he gonna assist a lot. We can't let him have both. That's how you beat the Nuggets. Period. Yeah. That it's just that simple. It's really just that simple.
So
I hate to oversimplify it because obviously there's a dude over there named Jamal Murray and he's a bad dude. You don't slow down Jokic. You don't. You play hard. This is what you do. You don't give him easy looks. You don't let him have what he want. And if he get what he want, he going to have worked for it to where by the time it's crunch time, he ain't got no gas left in the tank. And he like, hey, these boys too much. I'm tired. Of having to pull out my A game every possession to get some points up on the board or get an assist out of.
Are you throwing doubles, triples? Are you sticking Tari on him, Jabari, Şengün? Are you sticking Amen? I mean, like, what's your defensive assignment mainly? And then how are you dealing with him in the post? Because that's going to be like the big thing. Jokic is such a phenomenal post player.
It really depends, man. I'm not sure how much we're going to see Clint Capella this series. I don't know what the bench is going to look like. We mess around. Knowing Udoka, he's going to run a 7-man rotation out there, man. But if it's me, I'm going to try to
Does that mean we'll see Jabari at the 5 if we're not seeing much Clint Capella?
We should, because I don't know about that though. Now that I'm thinking about it, because when they throw in Valanciunas is going to be a problem too a little bit. I think coming off the bench, he may end up being like a little bit of a difference maker. But I don't know if they're going to go with that double big lineup.
Jonas is kind of Şengün's kryptonite, right? He hasn't not that he can't perform well against Jonas, but more often than not, we're getting not all-star Şengün against Jonas Valanciunas for whatever reason. I don't know. Now when Jokic is in,
so what I would like to do is this is what I would probably do, bro. I'm gonna put out some lineups to try to bait the Nuggets into giving guys that are not Murray and not Jokic offensive opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
I'm gonna give you an example. All right. This is just an example. Not saying it's gonna happen, not saying it should happen. This is just an example. Okay, people watching, before y'all take what I say and put your own spices on it. All right. Example. Putting Reed Shepherd on like Christian Brown. Let Reed Shepherd guard Christian Brown, bait them into getting Christian Brown in rhythm, because if he in rhythm, that means if he out there getting all them reps, that means that's one less attempt that Jokic has. That's one less attempt that Jamal Murray has. I'm gonna try to play that game a little bit from time to time. So I'm gonna try to see what that's about. We want to check that oil. We want to check his oil. We're gonna check Aaron Gordon's oil. I know sometimes he can. Aaron Gordon can win a game by himself sometimes, but it's still. I'd rather him beat me than Murray and Jokic. Peyton Watson. I ain't gonna lie, he low key kind of is the X factor for this series.
He kind of
Peyton Watson is a guy that I would definitely have some problems with if I'm the Rockets. We would probably have problems with him. But this is kind of the mindset I'm thinking if I'm the Rockets. If I'm drawing up a defensive game plan, the only time I double Jokic is like 5 seconds or less on the shot clock. Same with Jamal Murray. If I'm throwing doubles at them, I'm not going to do it earlier in the shot clock because early in the shot clock, you give other guys a chance to start to affect the game. I don't want that. Late in the shot clock, I'm going to force you to play under duress and make a quick decision that you probably wasn't ready for. That's how I do it.
Okay. So are you kind of, for summing it up, is it like bait and switch defense? Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Sort of, but not a steady diet of it though. Yeah. Not a steady diet of it. Obviously,
you're just doing spurts.
You can't. You cannot give a team like them. Yeah, exactly. Like you cannot give a team like the Nuggets an offense like that a steady diet of anything because they will figure it out, bro. David Adelman is a very good coach. He's a very good coach. I don't care what nobody says. He's a good coach.
So offensively, then, what are you doing for the Rockets? How is our offense beating their defense?
Obviously, I want to keep Jokic in every action, but it doesn't have to be like pick and roll actions, bro. Like it can be. So what we've been doing a lot of lately, which I really, really love, is we've been setting a lot of flare screens with KD and Reed Shepherd between the two. One of them setting a flare screen for the other. Yep. I would do the same thing. I would test their defense out by having Şengün set some flare screens for either KD or Reed Shepherd as well, because I want to see where Jokic is going. I want to see if he ends up following the ball, if they switch it off ball. If not, I want to see how that will look. I want to see if, for example, KD sets a flare screen for Alperen Şengün to get the ball going downhill. I want to see what that looks like. How do they play that? Okay. There's gonna be some things I would throw out there just to check and see how they would play it. Kind of like in football, before you snap the ball, you in one formation and then you put somebody in motion and see if they really in zone, if they're in man, see who's going with who, see what the defensive front looks like. I would kind of do something like that at first. And then kind of build the offense off from there, because we've been playing a lot more read and react lately, and that's been looking really beautiful for us. So bottom line, I want to test Jokic on defense, because if nothing else, that might be the way to slow him down on offense.
Can I add on to that? Something that I've liked is Amen Thompson hitting and using slip screens. I have. Oh,
where you heard that before?
Right, and those have looked very effective. I know, bro.
Hey, you see that? Hey, look. Yeah. You see what Katie Loyler said? You see? Hey, you see what I told you? Hey, Katie Loyler. Fun fact: that's Jamal Murray's cousin, bro. He stay in Canada too, bro. Yeah, Iowa is Canada. Like, yeah.
That's crazy. But no, the slip screens, bro. Amen Thompson has like him when it's Şengün on the post, and then Amen Thompson kind of wrap around from the left side dunker spot up to set that slip screen, and then he dive right to the paint. That is like the easiest cheese I've seen in my life, dude. Or when they're setting slip screens for the corner, thinking they're trying to get Kevin Durant wide open, and then he slipped to the paint and cut, and that's that wide open, bro. And Şengün got his back to the basket. I mean, that is something I want to see more of too. That is just such a beautiful play. And then something I also liked is when it's Amen Thompson, KD, and Reed in 3-man actions, where they're setting a flare screen for both to dive left and right, with Amen Thompson getting a free line drive to the paint, or they're letting Reed or Kevin Durant, one of the two, take that ball up and kind of doing like a wrapper. They just run around the screens, then boom. I don't know. I like some of these plays that we get in. And then Kevin Durant's been, goodness, wide open on some of these. Wide open on these plays because they're not worried about the three. How we are so wide open on the three, so butt naked wide open on the three, dude. It's insane. That paint, they pack it. We wide open on three. How often do you see Kevin Durant wide open in a non-spacing offense? Never, except here in Houston. That says something about that gravity. I think we should use that gravity. And KD gonna feast anyway. It's the playoffs. He's ready to go. He just averaged 26 on 50, 41, 88. My goodness, almost another 50, 40, 90 season. I think it's in the bag for us.
Now, I do have a concern, a major concern. I don't know what we're gonna do I don't know.
Is it Fred VanVleet missing? You're worried about Fred VanVleet missing, right?
Man, nobody worried about no damn Fred VanVleet. Although I will say this. Let me say this for the record. I want to say this for the record. I want to be very clear. Mm-hmm. Had we been playing the way that we've been playing as of late, offensively, and if we kept the same process throughout the season and we had the same problems, it's a completely different argument. It's a completely different story. That is when you could say, oh, yeah, Fred would really make a difference, because you can't tell me that you relying on Fred to create the offense when the offense is BS as it is. But if you bring in Fred in to complement the offense we running now, that's another story. It's different. It's a different case. It's different context. Now, with that being the case, we gonna have to figure out how we can get up some more 3-point shots, because we don't want to be losing basketball games in the playoffs just because of a math problem. We can't have that. If we're not gonna get up a whole bunch of threes, then we can't allow Denver to get up a bunch of threes. We need to stay within 4 or 5 attempts. We need to stay within 4 or 5 attempts. If we're going to let them shoot more threes than us, we need to stay within 4 or 5 attempts, because after that, especially if they're making them, it starts to become a problem. Like a little snowball starts to avalanche on you.
I agree. And we don't need that.
Yeah, man. So I would say
yes,
that's what makes Reed Shepherd so important in this series. I want to see a lot of double drag for Reed Shepherd to get open on the 3-point line and get something up. I want to see a lot of that, bro. And the people I want sitting was good.
The Nuggets lead the league in 3-point percentage, by the way.
I know. That's a problem.
They shoot 40% from 3.
Yeah.
40, brother.
Yeah. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. So I want to fight fire with fire, bro. I want to fight fire with fire, bro. Like I said, a bunch of double drag with Reed Shepherd in the game. And I'm talking about, I want to see a bunch of double drag with 3 guys interchangeably in any position you want between Jabari, KD, and Reed. I need them 3 to be in a bunch of double drags going left or right. It don't matter what direction. Them boys need to get us some 3-point shots this series, if we end up playing the Nuggets. I need to get up all the 3-point shots I can, man, because we're not going to be sitting there losing games because they took 45 threes and we took 18. We ain't even talking about makes, just attempts.
Oh, goodness. Well, we have gone from second to
KD Lawler said dare Aaron Gordon to beat us.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon, not bad, bro. Aaron Gordon, not bad.
He can win a game, though. By himself, he can win a game. But
so we talking
this
about
is the problem that the Nuggets present.
Yeah. No, okay, exactly right. So we're talking about how we have to kind of not necessarily mirror, but be within the same range and frequency of threes that the Nuggets take this round. They take 41% of their overall shots, right? Their 3-point frequency is 41, right? So 41% of their total shots are taken at the 3-ball, and they shoot 40% for that. So that's kind of dangerous. They do attempt somewhere in the 36 a game range, right? Comparatively to our 31, which has gone up from 28. So we take almost 3 more attempts a game than we did before. However, our overall 3-point frequency is only 35, and we are 7th for 3-point percentage. Now, take that into account. Some of our guys are also on a slump.
What about in the series?
Right. And that's definitely different too. What is the playoff series going to look like specifically? Because this has just been regular season. Now in the series versus Jokic, or not Jokic, but the Nuggets versus the Rockets. I'm going to take a look at that in a second here. So go ahead. You could.
Oh, I got it up. Actually.
Okay.
They shooting 41% against us from 3, and they getting up 31 a game. We getting up 32 a game against them through the season, but we shooting 38%.
I mean,
if we can keep it at that, then it's gonna stay competitive, and games gonna have to come down to the wire. People making free throws, diving on loose balls.
That was my next question.
Like that.
What's our free throw percentage compared to them, or how many they are rating and all that? I'm interested in that. I don't know if it's going to be right there, but I am interested because we have not been a great free throw percentage team this year at all. We haven't been the last 3 years anyway, but this year specifically.
Okay, so they take more free throws than us in the season series between the Nuggets. They take 26.3 compared to our 20.8 in the season series between the two teams specifically.
That's the difference.
And they are at 27 assists a game compared to our 24.8, so about 25. But that's also before we updated our scouting report.
Right.
So that could matter. And our free throw percentage versus them has been bad, by the way, 66%. I don't think that really matters like that, but that's a season series against them, and I don't know. I'm not gonna put too much stock in there right now, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
And I believe all them games been pretty close, huh?
I don't think we've gotten blown out. Like I said, I know Reed was really good in 2 of them. I know Şengün was really competitive in 1 of them. I'm not sure about the last one, but regardless, right? While you're looking, some of our guys are in a slump right now, right? I mean, we're talking DFS, who hasn't played the last 10 games. He's been kind of in and out, almost out of rotation. Josh Okogie is essentially out of the rotation. He's barely playing now, unfortunately. And I really, really did like Josh Okogie. He's been a great signing.
They would exploit him. The Nuggets would exploit him, bro. Just FYI.
Yes, agreed. And then we're looking at Tari Eason, right? Are they looking at Tari Eason like, hey, close it on that? Or, yo, he in a slump, and he has not gotten his rhythm this month at all. He's had 2 shooting games, 2 okay shooting games or good shooting games the last 15. Is that slump going to continue into the playoffs? That's all I worry about, because if he can turn around, cool, I got nothing to worry about. But if he's going to go out there and shoot, 0-4, 0-3, 0-5, that's going to be a problem, right? Especially when we're talking about not just attempts, but, I mean, you can attempt as many as you want, but if they're not going in, it don't matter. So you got to make them at the end of the day.
Hey, KD Loyalist, if we see a lineup like this out there, then we can confirm that Ime Udoka is inhaling something that's not oxygen. Because there ain't no reason you would have Tate, Şengün, and Capella on the floor all at the same time against the Nuggets. To do what?
To play with heart. Go ahead and get a rebound, guys. That's that anything but a 3 lineup. You know what I mean?
Once I see, there's a time to do that, bro. It's you do that when both teams are struggling offensively to get a to make shots or whatever, and the game's probably getting ugly, it's getting physical. Then you can throw out some junk lineups out there to try to muck the game up some more, because we can win the games. But you can't live off of a steady diet of ugly basketball. You setting up your team to fail. I'm trying to listen. I've been hard on Udoka all season long, man, and for good reason. Matter of fact, I was hard on him so bad, a lot of people start catching on to it and pretending they ain't hear it somewhere else first. But anyway, what I cannot have, bro, I don't want to see Udoka lose in the first round 2 years in a row, one without his alpha scorer or alpha player, and then another one with his alpha player. Okay,
no.
we didn't have the best player in the series either time. Closer, okay, cool.
Closer, yeah.
But we got the ultimate closer on the other side too. So cancels out. Somebody got to grow up. One of the young cats got to grow up, man. One of the young cats got to grow up, bro.
If you were
I'm not
putting
trying to
money
hear no
down,
excuses.
if you were putting money down, right? You bet in the house. You bet in everything, right? Who was the person that doesn't need to, but is more than likely going to succeed in this series against the Nuggets? Right? Because we all see that there are issues where they will have, and they will also succeed, right? And success means different things across the board for each player, right? I mean, Şengün going out and give me 22 and 10 and 6. I kind of expect him to do that at minimum. Is give me 22, 10 and 6 against that team. You know what I mean? Like I expect that. You know, anything less, like okay, you know.
It's probably pretty easy. It's Amen Thompson because they ain't got no shot blocker. You gonna play DeAndre Jordan? He ain't there no more.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say
Valanciunas ain't no slouch, but if Valanciunas in the game, Jokic is not. More than likely.
I was gonna say Reed Shepherd might be the dude to go off this series. He kind of been pretty good recently. Now he a Kentucky guard, so you know what it's like to play in crunch time. He's got college playoff experience, right? You know, I don't know how much that transfers over per se, but we didn't get to see him much against Golden State, unfortunately, right? You know, his first playoff series, minimal minutes, if any, you know. But playing against the Nuggets, as well as he's been this season, I'm kind of hoping for a good series from him. I think he can really give him hell, especially if, like we were talking about earlier, running that 3-man action with Kevin Durant and Amen Thompson. I think that might be the bread and butter right there. Keeping Jokic in every action as possible, whatever you have to do, but going on from there. I think Reed might have a game, might have a series, dang near. And he's going to have to if he wants to keep that starting spot, you know, or at least get more starting opportunities because Fred coming back next year, and we know what's happening immediately.
I don't think he might not start. I wouldn't even think that he will start in this series. At least probably not in game one. Yeah,
I'm not saying that he's going to start against. I'm not saying he's starting against the Nuggets. More so talking about going forward in his career. How is this series dictate the minutes he's going to get going forward, especially with the return of Fred VanVleet eventually? So it's kind of
okay. I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me because
this dude,
Kentucky guard, and more specifically, I love Blazy. Blazy, my guy. More specifically, when it comes to these Kentucky guards, it's not necessarily Kentucky guards; it's John Calipari guards. This is going back to UMass, from UMass to Kentucky to now it's going. Oh no, sorry, not before Kentucky was Memphis, then Kentucky, now Arkansas. Sidebar: Rockets need to do whatever it takes to get me Darius A-Cup. Because if you think I was insufferable before, you have seen nothing. Anyway, yeah. So the Reed Shepherd thing, man. Reed Shepherd and beyond. Ime Udoka got to do a few things. Not even a few things. He got to keep it pretty simple, in my opinion. So when it comes to shot attempts, you know I've been tracking this. When it comes to shot attempts, the people who are taking the 3 most shots, there cannot be more than one non-shooter. It cannot happen because we're gonna lose that math. We're gonna lose that math game. It's going to happen. So to facilitate that in every ball action, every 3-man action should also consist of no more than one non-shooter. Because the defense, because if you got 2 non-shooters in the same action, you're making it easy on the defense. Because why would I trail you coming from behind the screen? Like, why would I trail you? I don't need to. Why? I'm gonna just sag back. I didn't even follow you behind the screen. I'm gonna sit back and say, all right, you got it. I'm gonna go under the screen every time, bro. We'll go under. But
True.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you have 2 or 3 shooters, like those shooters that are respected with the ball in their hands to score from wherever they at, that now makes the defense have to make decisions they don't want to make. That's the whole point. And we've been doing a lot more of that lately. We've been making the defense make tough decisions. We've been putting them in a bind. And with all the ball movement we've been doing too, the defense is gonna make a mistake. Somebody gonna rotate the wrong way. There goes a slip to the basket. There goes a float pass over there, a skip pass over there to the corner for 3. Somebody gonna miss an assignment. You pass the ball around that much. They are. We've seen the Warriors do this for a decade and a half.
Forever.
So there's no reason why we can't implement some sort of a game plan like that against a weak defensive team in the Nuggets. The Nuggets not trying to guard nobody. So we need to be routinely putting 120 on their ass.
Yeah.
It needs to happen. I ain't even defensively, we obviously going to be putting a bind too. We're going to be forced to make some tough decisions, but we can figure that out because it's what we do. We're a defensive team.
PJ Watson, man, he's going to be a problem this series,
I believe that. He's going to be a problem. He's trying to get that contract, boy.
And he's trying
to get a contract, man.
He playing like that, man. So we just got to watch out for that, for sure. Okay, so series starts today. We play the Nuggets, right? Are we winning or losing in how many games? Because I'm not gonna lie, the way that we talking, making it sense.
We gotta do that today, bro.
We gotta do it today, bro. Right now, I put you on the spot.
I wasn't prepared for that.
I know, bro. I know. Hey, all my viewers, Katie, Loyalist, Blazy, everybody, this is AK's official take right here on if the Houston Rockets can beat the Denver Nuggets,
bro,
based on this series. Hey,
Gorman,
go ahead.
Dog, we're supposed to be boys, man. You don't do me like that, bro. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it, bro. We breaking it down, and honestly, the offensive sets make sense, right? The issue that I have is Ime gonna actually stick to what works, or the second it don't work, is you revert back, right? Because we've last 8 to 14 games, we've actually been doing things different. We've been winning, right? We were on an 8-game win streak, which was
that's what makes this decision so hard, bro. Like, I don't know which one we're gonna get, bro. I just don't know. Screw it, man.
Let me
screw
this out there for you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. If we get Ime, actual coach Ime, not dumbass Nia Long Ime. I'm talking actual NBA head coach, finals head coach Ime Udoka. Okay. If we get that, we win it. In my opinion, I think we win it in 6. I really do.
7 games.
7? Okay.
It's gonna be 7 games. Because there's gonna be some games, bro. Where is this gonna be like? What are you supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some games like that where Jokic is just showing you that he's just levels above. And it's just gonna be like, you just gotta shake his hand and tip your cap and keep it pushing and get ready for the next game. You're gonna have some games like that. Him and Jamal Murray gonna have one of they're gonna be a game where Jamal Murray is the best player in the whole series. It's gonna be a game where he look like that, bro. It's just what he does. I'm a little bit of a Jamal Murray stan, so just leave.
Yeah, we can tell.
I love him. You watch Jamal Murray, you don't like what you see?
Nah, he nice, bro.
Bro,
Matter
of fact, what's the difference between Jamal Murray and Kyrie Irving, bro? What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference?
What's the difference? Like actually,
Jamal Murray a little bit different. He defends a little bit better than Kyrie does, but shot profile wise, skill wise, like, them dudes. But if Jamal Murray ever played if he ever played with LeBron or played in like a major market, he'd get more respect.
Yeah.
If he played in the East more, he'd have more All-Star appearances. He only has one, and that's this season. Can you imagine that?
I mean, anyway. CJ McCollum never got.
Now, with that being said, yeah, but he wasn't like that.
He was nice, bro.
He wasn't Jamal Murray, bro.
He was nice.
He nice, but he ain't Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray strike fear in people's hearts, bro.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
Think about it, bro. You're going into a playoff series, but you've seen what Jamal Murray has done to people in the playoffs. You've seen what he's done, bro. Yeah. CJ McCollum ain't strike no fear in nobody's heart like that.
My first playoff
Steve
series.
Steve Urkel looking at boy. Anyway.
My first playoff series I ever watched, Jamal Murray was.
I don't hate CJ McCollum.
Yeah, bro. Hey, look, there you go, right here. There
it's
you
just
go.
that no layup stain just kind of gets me sometimes. That's all.
Yeah. He not wrong, bro.
Playoffs Murray.
You're not wrong.
Toe. Any superstar MVP. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Okay.
But
anyway, so
he got to deal with Tariff Tari and oh Lord Amen Thompson. So good luck with that, my brother.
The penitentiary and Tyrese, man, that's crazy, bro.
He gonna every time he deal with one of them, he gonna have to pay a tariff, bro.
Man,
we're gonna see. All right, let me go ahead and get my prediction. I'm probably gonna change it between now and before the season, the series start. So Rockets in 7 games. I think we definitely gonna have to win this series on the back of Kevin Durant, though. This isn't gonna be, in my opinion, I don't think this will be the series where we see like Reed Shepherd grow up, or see Jabari grow up, or see Tari grow up. It'll be in that second round. If we make it to the second round, it's gonna be then when them guys gonna show up, because they would have gone through these first round jitters a little bit, probably still have PTA from last season.
I was just gonna
say, they'd be like, because you know how young players are when they win, they get some confidence. Now they feel like they can do anything. So that second round now, I don't care who it is, they're gonna have to wear a helmet playing the Rockets, because we coming for helmets, we coming for heads, bro. Like we're not. The worst thing you can do is give guys you think you better than some confidence, because now they as good as you when they're confident.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I think that's fair. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do a quick little thing. So we've talked a lot about, the Nuggets and whatnot, and as they're our most likely matchup. However, it's still possible for us to still play the Lakers. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. LeBron and the Slayer for one last ride in the playoffs would just be, I mean, that's money right there, bro. I know Adam Silver looking at that paycheck right now. I know he's looking at jersey sales right now. LeBron and the Slayer, bro. The King and the King Slayer right here. Come on, bro. It's market, but it's market right there, bro. Do it.
Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something, bro. If the Rockets play the Lakers in the first round, LeBron probably gonna get the most jersey sales, but the second most is probably gonna be Scott Foster. Lakers fans gonna be buying the hell out of his jersey, boy.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Okay, I got this to say though. If we face the Lakers, we don't have to worry about Austin Reeves more than likely the entire series. Luka, no timetable to return. Still nothing yet. Now he is overseas right now, apparently linking up with one of LeBron's guys, supposedly, to help himself right now. So I don't know if he's getting his steroids on and whatnot. I don't know, bro. He's probably getting his peds right now. But
I mean,
whatever happens,
they out there drinking reptile blood.
I don't know. Regardless of what's going on, right? We might not have to deal with no Luka and no Austin Reeves. It's kind of a no-brainer when to face Lakers. Now, what kind of LeBron are we getting in the playoffs? Good question, right? LeBron always bring it, though.
A wounded animal.
And nothing scarier.
A wounded animal is a very dangerous thing to deal with.
Ain't nothing scarier than an animal that is cornered, bro.
So,
and you looking at him. But DeAndre Ayton, I dare you to have a bad game, bro. If we play you, I dare you to have a bad game, bro. You was in Clint Capella talks. I remember that. He said, nah. What happened last time we played you? Injury a little 5-5, by the way.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We'd probably end up going 6 games with the Lakers because players like this doofus, Marcus Smart, he gonna have some games where you just want to punch him in the nose. Who's this other fool? Jared Vanderbilt might have a game where he just guarding Kevin Durant like he's prime Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, JB's actually.
There's gonna be some. There gonna be some games, some guys that step up for them in moments, and then we're gonna lose some games. We're definitely gonna lose one game where we shouldn't lose. We going to against the Lakers. We're going to. Then the other game is gonna be some ref controversy, and the rest of them we're gonna win. So I would say we go 6 with the Lakers. This is not me saying anything against the Rockets. I just know what time it is.
It's the Lakers. It's purple and gold. It's probably LeBron's last ride for an actual championship. For an actual championship. I don't think they're going anywhere.
His last ride for a championship was in the bubble, bro.
Maybe.
And they gave him that. He shouldn't have even got that one.
They did. They did.
But they was going to make sure LeBron got one with the Lakers. They was going to make sure. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Fixed. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too worried. Like, I say that now. I'm not too worried. But you know, we lost to them right back to back. So yeah, I don't know. I just no Luka, no Austin Reeves. What can we do? Right. That's an expected win, you know. But just because it's not going to be an easy win, but because it's a win, right? More than likely, we already are looking ahead and going to get complacent, right? So we can't get complacent. We got to worry about who's in front of us. Yeah, lace them up. We can't have that. You know, because we are really good at getting complacent. Really good at getting complacent. We need to not do that this series. For sure.
Yeah, we can't have that, bro. We can't. We need full focus all the time. We got to get greedy. All of that, bro. We can't get nobody no inch. If players is injured, injure some more of them. I ain't saying play dirty, but hurt their feelings. I ain't saying play dirty. I'm just saying hurt their feelings, bro. Make them regret putting their shoes on before the game. Make them fake an injury for the next game. They ain't trying to see Aman Thompson, sorry, decent. They ain't trying to see Jabari. Man, I'm tired of guarding. Kevin Durant. My foot hurt. I can't go tonight, coach. That's what I need, bro. We need to strike some fear in people's hearts because people playing with the Rockets right now. Like we're not being taken too seriously, and I'm not really happy about that. But we're gonna change some narratives, and we putting this propaganda out here right now. You heard it right here first. Rockets are gonna change the narrative about whatever that they thought about the team in the middle of the season. All that January, February nonsense, that's dead and gone and over with.
I agree. Yep. Okay. So playoffs expectation. I mean, we got to take it round by round as we need to win one round, first round, in my opinion, no matter what. It's going to be tough. Obviously, I'm not saying it'll be easy, but like, yeah, we need to win for sure. Do you have anything else on playoff talk before we move on to the game preview against Grizzlies tonight?
Nah.
Okay. All righty. So we play the Grizzlies tonight. Kevin Durant is out. Amen Thompson is out. Şengün probably out. Do you care if we win this game at all? I feel like 52-30 sounds cool,
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I want 52 wins, bro. I want to match it. I want to at least match the win total from a season ago, bro.
Okay.
I don't hate Udoka. If I hated Udoka, I wouldn't want us to. I wouldn't care and all of this, bro. I want him to get as much out of this team as possible. I can't hate Udoka and be a Rockets fan. I can't. I hate what he's doing. I don't hate him. I want him to do better. That's all.
Yep.
So match the win total from last season. Let that be something you can refer to moving forward and be like, hey, look, we had all of this adversity. We still won the same amount of games we did before. Now let's make good on this year and let's make a big time run. Let's go get a championship.
Facts.
These things matter, bro. These little things matter, man. As far as the game goes, I just want to see guys like Reed Shepard and Tari Eason and Josh Okogie, because I feel like he's gonna be relied upon for whatever reason. I want to see these guys playing well this game. I want to see them. Confident. Confidence is everything going into the playoffs. Especially for Tari Eason, more than anybody, because there's a contract that he wants. I want him to get the contract that he wants, because he get the contract he wants. That means he earned it.
100%. 100%. I don't know. People might not like this, but you talking about confidence. I think this is a good game for DFS to probably get some minutes too. Just get out there, make a couple shots, just see your shot go in the basket, maybe get a couple free throws, and then sit down.
Yeah.
I don't want no one getting hurt. I just need y'all to go out there, feel good about yourself, and sit down. So that way you ready and geared up. You warmed up for the playoffs, because I don't want no one coming out shooting 0-5. I don't need no donuts, unless you're playing, the most elite Scottie Pippen defense I've ever seen in my life. I need y'all to just go out there, do your thing. Don't do too much. Be your role player, okay? Go out, play your role, excel in your role, get us the win. That's all we're asking for. I don't care about no conversations. I don't care about who's there. I don't care about no diversity. It don't matter. It's the playoffs right now. None of that matters in the playoffs. You don't get no excuses for the playoffs. It's what you do right now.
Get it how you live, man. Get it how you live.
And we got to show. And what better way to make a statement in the playoffs to send Nikola Jokic home in the first round? That would instill so much confidence. I would be insufferable on this app if we send the Nuggets home in the first round. I don't care how or why it happened. We send them home in the first round. I might fly out to Houston for round 2. I did for Golden State. We hit those 15 threes. I bought a fan a ticket and I flew up to Houston in that game. And then we won that game. I'll do it again. Don't make me do it.
All right, big money.
Big money, yeah, no. That was a sacrifice.
Quit pretending, bro. Quit pretending, bro. We know what time it is over there.
Yeah, bro.
Slanging all that corn in Iowa.
Why this dude call me Murray, bro? God, stop calling me Murray. God damn, bro. I'm never gonna live this down, bro. See, look, you give him this fool ideas now, and he gonna be insufferable, bro. God damn, bro.
Whoa!
AK, man.
That's funny, dog.
Game starting half an hour. I'm probably no post pod, but if that's the case, this is the last pod of the regular season, and we will see you guys for playoffs. The plan is looking like Phoenix and Portland with the Clippers and Golden State. I hope Golden State at home. I don't even want to see them in the playoffs. They won 37 games this year. You should not be in the playoffs. I know the play-in is cool. You got 37 wins, bro. Go sit down. Curry, you're done. Jimmy Butler, you're done. Draymond, you're done. I'm not worried about it. Jalen Green, you in the playoffs now, buddy. Yeah, that's all I got to say. AK, anything you got to say before we go? Cool.
Nah, I'm just hoping for good, strong playoffs. I want to make some noise in the playoffs. I want to make some believers out of non-believers, myself included.
Let's find out what happens. Let's see what happens. This has been H-Time Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. Follow us at the HTRD on X, and then follow us at H-Time Rundown on Instagram as well as YouTube. And check out the website at the H-Time Rundown. Of course, you know where we're at. Check us all out everywhere. AK, man, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter /X at AKinfinity_VVS. Also on TikTok at Rockets.propaganda, YouTube at the Rockets Propaganda channel, and also on the H-Time Rundown. Like, subscribe. Don't be a hater your whole life. Go tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, sir. And follow me at DripToBees_GAWD on Instagram, YouTube. That's it, guys. Thank you guys for being here for all episodes of the regular season. And I'll see you guys in the first round. Let's get out of here.